friends, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. My name is Emma and this is Dandelion Cottage. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you a fun wet bleaching technique. Quick question for you. Are you interested in taking this to finally something like this? If that sounds like something you want to learn to do, keep watching. All right, guys, now we need to print our image for our t-shirt. Let me just drag and drop. I wanted to show you a trick that I use. So this t-shirt is a 3XL. And a 3XL, you want your image, I mean, there's no exact rule, but at least I would say between 13 and 14 inches, either length or width, whichever is longest. So if I double click on this image, it's going to open up the picture format tab, and we can go over here. I'm going to pick the one that's higher and I'm going to change it to, let's just say 13. Let's just say 14. Let's say 13 and a half. That sounds even more special. I hit 13 and a half. Oh, this is a good example. I need to double click on this and I'm going to send it behind the text because I only want one sheet. So if I don't do this, you're going to see it's going to try and print on two. We don't want to do that. We're going to hit behind the text. Okay. So what my trick is, I think the best way to cut this image and then put it back together again would be these two ends because they're the best lines to work with. If I, for example, if I did it, down here, then I have to worry about these two lines and that, and they're just tiny, and you can just get yourself in trouble if you're trying to do it that way. So I'm going to do the tip of the arrow and the end of the arrow. And I think this 13 and a half, I think it's perfect. So to be able to do this, I want to put the tip of the arrow either here or down there, and then I'm going to cut it out. Now the reason I'm showing you this is this image has a white background. So if I do right click, copy, and then paste, you're going to see that even if I tried to put this arrow over here, even if I rotate it, no matter what I do, it's going to overlap my design. So like for instance, if you see right here, if I put it here, it's cutting off this Y, and it's because we don't have a clear background. So I'm going to show you an awesome trick. If you go to this website, it's called remove.bg, which is removing your background. It's completely free. All you have to do is get that same image and you're going to drop it anywhere on this screen, and it's going to do some work. You can see I already did one earlier. So here you go. It basically took out the entire background, the white background, and left everything else. All you have to do is click this download button. I've already done that. And then you can use that image when you're working in Word doc. So now that I have the image without the background, I drag it in. I want to do the same thing. I'm going to bring it, I'm going to put it behind the text. Then I'm going to do the same thing we already did, get the higher number, change it to 13.5. Awesome. I'm going to put it right here where I've got the S and the D. And then what I want to do is I'm going to duplicate this twice. So let's go ahead and hit copy and paste. Copy. Oh, I don't think I needed to hit copy again because I already had it, but paste. I could probably hit paste twice. So I want the arrow and I want this back. So let's go ahead and put this one up here. And then let's grab this one and we're going to put it down here. Now, do you see this outline right here? That's where my white outline would have been. And so you can see this whole image section here would have been cut off. So that is why we did what we did. Now you can click anywhere on the page and you can see nothing's overlapping. This is exactly how it's going to print. I already went in and changed let's go back to the layout screen. If you go to margins and go to custom margins, I already changed this to the 0.12. So, but make sure you do that. Which is going to help you get the most of your page. And then we just go in and we print. But make sure in your print settings that you've got the mirror on. I'll show you that. We go to print, and then you click on your settings here. I already have my settings automatically set up, but where you would look to make sure that your mirror is actually on is by going to more options and then making sure right here it says mirror your image. Now there is another way of doing that within Microsoft Word before you get to the print screen, but to me it's just so much easier to click that button. So at this point you could just go ahead and click print. Now let's go ahead and move to the table and I will show you how I cut this and tape it back together. Now let's head outside. You're going to get your shirt wet in the sink, and then you're going to wring it out a few times so that there's no water left dripping. Then you just scrunch it up with your fingers. This is similar to my marble effect, but you can see there's a lot more surface that's going to be able to capture some of the bleach that we're going to spray. So you can see it just looks like a whole bunch of finger holes, and this is what's going to give you that result that we're looking for. I usually let it sit like this for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then I go and I flip it, and I'm going to do the same technique on the other side. But this time, pay very close attention to make sure you're using gloves, because the first time you were just working with a shirt that had water in it. Now you're working with a shirt that has water and bleach, and you don't want to get the bleach on your fingers. I let it process this way for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then I'm going to lay it flat, alternating on each side until I get the desired bleach look that I'm looking for. All right, you guys, we're finished. What do you think? I think it turned out adorable. Look how cute that is. So let's quickly go over how we did this process. So we sublimated the image first, which you absolutely could sublimate last, totally up to your own personal preference. But you can see even with sublimating it first and washing it, it's not that like dim. It looks great. This is a 65% polyester Cardinal red shirt is the color that I used for this, but I've also done it on the regular red, and they look very similar. They look, or the heather red, and they look very similar. So here you go. Here's the front. Here's the back. Now the one thing I would do a little bit differently on the back is maybe a little bit more bleach. So from the video, I got the shirt wet. I scrunched it up with my fingers, so it's a little different than my other marbling technique where I kind of just crunch it with my hands into like bigger sections. When I did this one, I really just scrunched it with my fingers so that I had more surfaced space. I sprayed the bleach. I left it for about 5 minutes, where that's different than my other technique where I do the marble effect. I turn it immediately. With the water method, I wait about 5 minutes. So after that 5 minutes, then I open it back up. I'm gonna flip it, and then I do the same thing, same technique, and I just kind of scrunch it up, leaving a lot of surface space. I spray it again, leave it for about 5 minutes, and then I open the shirt completely. I lay it flat for about 5-10 minutes on one side, the other side 5-10 minutes. I mean, it just depends on how sunny it is outside. Sometimes it's quicker. But I have found that with this water method, it definitely takes longer than when I don't have water in the shirt. It has, you know, slowed down the bleach process from what I've noticed. The other thing that I did on this shirt is I opened it up a little bit and sprayed a few spritzes just right here on the logo, on the image space. And I did that just so that it would show up a little bit more. So hopefully you guys learned something new. I hope you try it. You can see this shirt, I did the same method. So I sell both of these shirts on my Etsy store. Aren't they cute? Front and back. I just think it's such a fun method. And definitely looks tie-dye. Like, it looks like this started out as a white shirt and that I dyed it orange. Like, I love the look. I also sublimated this one first, but you could sublimate it after. Whatever works for you guys and whatever your personal preference is. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for following, and thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope that I've taught you something new. So if you have any questions or advice for the rest of us, go ahead and put it in the comments below. I do respond as quickly as possible. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button and then make sure you subscribe. And last but not least, don't forget to ring that bell so that you get notified anytime that I upload a new video. Until next time, we'll see you later, friends.